People, I'm going to show you about a snuffer bottle. Most gold people know about snuffer bottles. Most gold people possess at least one snuffer bottle, but they're not difficult to make. They're quite easy to misplace. I don't really use them myself, but still, who wants to make one? How much does it like to buy one? Minimum $8, I'd imagine. I think the last time I looked, about $8. You know, that's a good working one. Some people as much, they charge on eBay. I seen one $22, and he said mine's the best one you can get. That's why it's $22. Anyway, you start off with a plastic bottle. Not any plastic bottle. It's got to be, unless you know, the plastic has to be a certain type where it pops back. Not pops back, but back. Suction. See if this is the right one anyway. This kind of plastic. You do need to keep them out of the sun as best you can. So if you made a little pouch for it or something. But these are the ones that I bought, only because they were available. They're 50 millimeters. 50 milliliters, a bit too small. 100 milliliters. These people do make the same bottle in 100 ml, I believe, but then you've got to get it from somewhere. These were handy from the local Chinese $2 shop, so I got a couple of packets of them for some reason. But $2 for them. Say another shop, another Chinese shop, or the same one, I got a bunch of O-rings. They may or may not be essential for the bottle, but I had these laying around anyway. I think they're very useful. You get all different sizes, from big, almost as big as a big dick, to a very small pin dick. Different, 1/4 inch up to say 1 inch, and this bottle happens to be whatever size it is, maybe 3/4 inch. Then you need a straw. I got these 6-pack of stainless steel straws. I don't know what I paid, $5 or something. They're currently available from Kmart for about $4. You get 4 for $4. In fact, right at this minute as we speak, they're $3. So you get a bunch of them. And I've got a sample here. This is my one. So what I do with this bloke, I cut this cap off. I don't need that. I pissed that. I just snipped that off there. So you get your, where's the one that one goes with that one. This is the old one. So you get a cap, and that screws on there. Now I find with these bottles, and maybe all bottles, I'm not sure exactly, air gets in, and when air gets in the wrong place, it's that's the destroyer of your suction. The way it works is, look, I'll squeeze it, put it in there, up comes the water. Up comes the water and any other material that was close to this entrance. But if I put my finger there, if it leaks, you'll see this popping out like, oh, no, this one's got a good seal. I've had it for quite a while, and it's got a good seal. But if they do not have a really good seal, you get one of your El Cheapo rubber condom things, not condom, restrictors. Get the one that fits along the top. Perfect. Okay. You chuck that in there. So if you didn't need the rubber ring, it's one less thing that can go wrong, or one less thing in the way. But so that goes in there. This goes under the water, and that rubber O-ring gives a really good seal. next thing you got to do, you get one of your straws. You'll probably need a hacksaw. You can't use the whole straw, it's too long. So you have to get a hacksaw off your old man, or you probably got one, or on an angle grinder, or whatever. Just cut a bit of a straight section off. Cut it off about there. Or you can have the bend on it if you want, and have a bent dick sticking out, I don't know. And then you get your nozzle, and you'll find that it won't fit. So what you got to do is slowly get your Stanley knife out and slowly cut that neck until it's, well, you could get a marker and mark it just where that straw is. This has to be a tight fit. If that's sloppy, if you cut too much, too large a diameter, it'll just be sloppy. It'll just fall out, and air will get in and all that shit. So you want to cut off as minimum as you can, that it actually fits in there. So on my one, it's there, and you shove your straw up. If you can see that, that's probably about 1/8 of an inch below the cut. The straw can only go up to 1/8 of an inch. So what happens when you push hard, it pops through and there'll be a nice tight seal. And this bloke goes on there, like that. And then I get my and tighten it up. Just check that the rubber seal is not misaligned, so that's perfect. A bit more nozzle, and I have my nozzle. Oh no, is this called a nozzle? I don't know. I'll call it a nozzle. I have it so it's halfway. So what you do, this sucks up the water and enters there. Now you should have no drippage here. If it's dripping here, you've got air getting in or something. Now, how do they work? I'll show you how do they work. I'll get this. I've got a bunch of material here with what's that stuff? It's black sand material and gold. So I've brought this home from the creek, for example, and or I'm at the creek, and I've cleaned out my sluice. So I'm doing pumping. I keep doing this pumping until I see a piece of gold. Then I'll push it back into the pile, tap, and start pumping again. Okay, there's gold getting away. Push it back into the pile. Pumping. If you're not a very good pumper, you might be here for quite a long time. I'm here for long enough as it is. I put a bit too much black sand in here, but never mind. Sometimes I've got that much black sand. Now you could say, oh look, I'll suck it all up and I'll go home and get it out, but because I don't take real long, I'll finish a bit better. Get the big rock out the way. Tap. If you want to just take pure gold home, you just keep pumping. But let's say, fuck it, I'll fix it up when I get home. So what you do now, you leave that shit at the back there, that's all rubbish. Get this water so that all your materials there is under. Put this under there. Squash it so there's air in there, and release. Squash and release. You can see a piece there didn't go down. Gotcha. Some there didn't go down. Gotcha. That can tap tap. Leave that there. Oh, tap tap tap. And pump. I'm doing a shocking bit of pumping here. Look. Anyway, I take it all. Push it in. And suck it up. Suck it up. Everywhere you see a bit of gold, push it in and suck it up. Push it in, suck it up. Tap, tap, tap. And I've pretty much got it all now. Now, because I've done sloppy backwashing, I've got a whole lot of black sand in there, but that's fine. If you don't have to worry about this falling out, what's happened, you might not be able to see, but all the heavies, you might see black sand under there, and there is a whole lot of black sand over there. Now that can't get out because that's a tight fit. This is all a tight fit, and if there's gold here, when you turn that upside down, if you can see. Wait a minute, here we go. If you see all that black sand there, when you turn it up that way, it all dribbles down there, you see? Not all of it, but nearly all of it. And there's very little chance of that gold falling into this straw because I've got air getting in. Oh, it's the weight of the water. It's very hard, almost impossible for that gold up there to a bullseye to fall down that straw. So you're pretty safe. You can just do that. You won't lose any gold because it's all fine. So that just push that, squeeze that, and suck it up. And then when you turn it this way, it all falls down. But the gold can't. Use a bit of animation in your mind and you can say, oh, that's how come. I kept thinking he'd lose it when he turned it over, but you don't. I didn't explain that very well. But anyway, so there's a snuffer bottle. That's how much it costs. Say about $4 for that. There's two, and there's two. Maybe a bigger one of them might cost $4 or $5. At 5, say 3, that's 8, and 4 is 12. You can make, well, you can make 4 out of it for $12. Or 2, I mean. Still cheaper than buying it. And you got the pleasure of satisfaction of knowing that you are. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. No, I'm not. Or am I? So there you go. That's a bit about snuffer bottles. There are better. Oh, if you don't want to waste the $4 on that, get yourself some of this rubber tubing. You buy I don't know, a foot or so. Go to Bunnings, cut a foot off. Maybe you have to buy a minimum of a metre, but cut it at a foot anyway. No, you can't. Whatever the minimum is, you cut off that amount. I don't think it'll cost you $4 a metre, maybe. But you can use that. But you use that instead of the stainless steel straw, you can use that rubber thing. And it works the same way. You snip it so that there's a nice tight fit, and there's a plastic thing. Or you can use a plastic straw, drink straw, if they're still available. But they're flimsy though. This is better, although this is a bit wobbly. I don't know. Maybe that's better than this. People, I don't want to talk anymore about this. Who enjoyed that? Good. Who didn't enjoy it, well, it's good. It wasn't meant for everybody. It was just meant for whoever wants to watch. But for now, until I've got some better tapes to make, not better, but about gold and that. For now, I'm having a novel here. I am Mono, over and out.